All right, welcome to the Wiley Manager crash course on cost-benefit analysis. Now, in the full-length version of the podcast, we'll go into a bit more detail on what exactly cost-benefit analysis is, when to use it. But for today's purposes, we'll just have Bob walk you through the 4 steps of how to conduct the cost-benefit analysis.
You betcha. All right. Well, your first step is to determine your costs. Go figure.
Yeah.
The name cost-benefit analysis. So what you want to do here is you need to figure out, list out your costs as best you can based on the information you have. So these are obviously initial or what are often called capital costs. But take a look at your ongoing costs. One thing that's often left out is people don't calculate labor cost. So they figure you're going to use people. You actually need to calculate the value of the fully burdened cost of those people.
They're already here. They must be free.
Yeah, they're always free, aren't they? Yeah, they would be. No, you need to figure out what those people are going to cost you. Likewise with contractor costs, those are often quite obvious because you get a bill. And don't forget your non-monetary costs too. What's the impact going to be on health, on safety, on environment, on reputation, and other such things? So make sure you even if you can't put a value on those things, at least list them out.
All right. And what are some highlights or some things to watch out for on the benefit side?
Well, on the benefit side, it's the same thing. You need to go just one level deeper, right? So now you want to take a look at what your benefits are. So what are the dollar value of, for example, labor saved or time saved, input saved, energy costs, those kind of things. Go just one level deeper in terms of what are the benefits we're going to get out of changing a course of action or some sort of solution you're looking at. Again, remember that you mentioned or that you calculate the non-monetary benefits. So again, how is it going to affect our health, safety, environment, morale, turnover, quality, all these things that don't have necessarily an immediate cost or benefit, but over time will.
Now, often you're going to use these cost-benefit analysis to compare different proposals or compare different solutions.
Yep. So you want to make sure that, and remember that doing nothing is actually an alternative.
It's always
right?
an option.
Yeah. So you need to make sure that you're carefully considering, this is what's going to happen if we do nothing. Here's what we're going to do if we use Jed's great idea, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe there's 2 or 3 other ideas there too. So we compare all these things. So quite simply, we subtract the costs from the benefits and list off the non-monetary stuff and see how these things rate against each other.
All right, and then what's the last step? What do you do with that information?
Well, the very last step is to make a recommendation, figure out what you want to do, and put a very brief plan of action together. So make your recommendation based on the analysis, and just a quick caveat here to remember that there's sometimes in organizations things happen that are beyond your control, right? So if we only, we can spend $50,000, we can save $500,000. The problem is if you don't have the $50,000 to spend in the first place, your idea is not going to get put in. So just keep that in mind.
Well, there you go. There's the quick and dirty on how to conduct a cost-benefit analysis. If you want more detail, we do have the full-length version of the podcast, which you can find on iTunes or back at our website, wileymanager.com.